Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon and welcome to Memorial Field on the campus of Amherst College for some late March baseball between the visiting Springfield Hits the side. And he picks out the outside corner to level things at 3-2. We do apologize for technical difficulties. If you're just joining us on NSN, this is Amherst and Springfield College, along with Brendan Chabot. I'm Chris Grace from Memorial Field. A little soft pop-up to short is dealt with, and quickly there are two away here in the top of the fourth. Fans, we do apologize for the technical difficulties we've had here on the broadcast. Along with Brandon Chabot, I'm Chris Grace. If you're just tuning in and wondering what happened, well, we'll break it down for you. Amherst plated 8 runs in the bottom of the first inning to take an 8-0 lead on 9 hits off of Springfield right-hander Tyler Kelly. And second inning hasn't started any better as Anthony Spina led off on the second pitch with a double all the way to the wall. That's where we stand right now. High fly ball to left. Ranging in, should have plenty of time to make this play, and he does. Spina will head back to second. And that's one away for Kelly. Really a hard luck first inning for Kelly, who certainly deserved much better fortunes than he got, but such is the game of baseball. Early on in the season, you're going to have some wind, and he did not get the benefits from Mother Nature. So with one away, Nick Nardone will come up for the second time. Nardone, who singled home a pair with his first at-bat, plating Spina and Kenny. The third baseman will look to go 2 for 2. Already 10 hits and 8 runs for the purple and white. The 0-1 offering is just a bit outside, and it'll level things off at 1-1 with one away. We're at Memorial Field here, the campus of Amherst College, home of the purple and white. On a fairly mild day for late March, but it is dropping by the minute here in the Pioneer Valley as it's getting colder and colder as we go along. The wind is blowing in directly from center field, and it's starting to really whip around now. Kelly tries to take a little something off, but he misses away, and it's 3-1. So nothing going right for Springfield here as Amherst leads 10-0. Pride still looking for their first hit. Misses away. So a 5-pitch walk to Nardone.
Now batting, number 25, Chase Henley.
First and second, one away. Henley is 1 for 1. He was thrown out at second trying to advance after knocking in 2 with his first at bat. Henley is the first baseman for the purple and white, a sophomore out of Pleasanton, California. Kelly picks out the outside corner. Henley didn't agree with that one, and it's 0-1. You'd expect with a 8-run lead, the strike zone is going to start to expand a little bit here. Has a look at second. Now he'll deliver, and it's lined off the top of the Springfield dugout and missed a couple of the Pride by about 4 feet. Clipped off the top of the Springfield dugout, and it's 0-2 to Henley. Spina's at second after the leadoff double. Nardone at first after the 5-pitch walk. Kelly, who is still out there after giving up 10 hits and 8 runs, tries to work out of more trouble here in the second. Really slows down with the runners on base. And he misses away. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Springfield's 5-3, Amherst 3-5. Both teams coming off their spring trips. This game was originally scheduled to be played in Springfield. Did he go? No, they're not even going to check. Levels things at 2-2. High fly ball, that'll get out of play, and count will stay at 2-2 as Tyler Kelly tries to work his way through more trouble here in the second inning. The game also, if you're just joining us, we had technical difficulties earlier on. We do apologize for that. Kelly didn't do much wrong to start as first batter reached on an error, the second on a little looper, and then that was followed up by 7 consecutive hits for the Purple and White on their way to 8 first-inning runs. And immediately more pressure for Kelly, first and second, full count to Henley now with 1 away. Fouled back, and we'll do it again. And Kelly has thrown a ton of pitches here with just 1 batter retired in the second inning. Kelly peers in and comes to the set. And he misses away. Ball 4, and the bases are loaded. And you got to think, and now we do see Springfield coach Simeone make his way out, and I would imagine that'll be it for Kelly. So they tried to bring him back after the really long first inning, and that's going to do it for Kelly as the bases are loaded with just 1 away. Severino Tochi coming up to the plate. And they will go to the bullpen. So a tough afternoon for Kelly, who only is able to retire 4 Amherst hitters, and his day will come to an end. Responsible for all 3 guys on base, already given up 8 runs, not all of which were earned, mind you. there for a second. See if we can find some audio here for you. Working through the kinks here. We do apologize, and now we do have some audio. So, while we were away, Springfield got their first 3 hits and scored their first 3 runs of the afternoon, as Horwitz looks to have found a little bit of a struggle here after sitting down for those 2 ridiculously long innings. And now 4 straight Springfield players have reached. That'll bring up their cleanup hitter, Drabinski, 3 runs in, nobody out. And I wonder if they're going to err on the side of caution and pull their freshman on this cold day after throwing so many pitches. Maybe just a mound visit. It's 11-3, Amherst in front in the top of the 3rd inning. It has been a very slow-moving game, which is to be expected when you have 15 combined hits with no outs in the top of the 3rd. That was Peters who had the pinch hit. J.P. Peters who had the pinch hit there for Springfield. He was hitting for Mark Jowl. And some more discussions here as they're going to have a pinch runner out there for the Pride. 11-3, Amherst out in front. After scoring 8 times in the first, 3 times in the second. All of the runs with the exception of 1 charged to the Springfield starter, Tyler Kelly. Horwitz, who retired the first 2 innings without allowing a hit, has struggled here to start the 3rd, giving up 3 hits and a walk with still nobody out as Springfield tries to work their way back into this one after falling behind 11-0. And he misses down low that time to the cleanup hitter, Brandon Drabinski. The left-hander, the freshman, has a peek over at first. I still didn't see who the pinch runner was. See if we can see that number. Believe it's Marcelino Diaz who's pinch running. Fly ball to center field. Easy play for Thanopoulos, and there's 1 away. That'll bring up Logan Barrett, the designated hitter, 0 for 1. Actually, excuse me, he was hit by a pitch in his first at-bat. Tries for the off-speed, and it's down in the dirt. As crazy as it seems, Springfield's not out of this game, just the 3rd inning. Down 11-3 after it's just a hellacious first 2 innings for the Pride, but that's why you play 9 innings. Assuming we could play 9 innings, there are no lights here. So that'll become an issue here with the pace this game is going at. Right now it's 4:40. We've got probably about 2 more hours of good light. Bounces that one in the dirt. Count will go full to Logan Barrett. That one is ripped up the middle for another base hit. Diaz will hold it second. Runners at first and second with one away. Pride are in business. 3 in already here in the top of the third. 2 more on. Kyle Allen comes up to the plate. He's 0 for 1. Flied out to center field in his last at bat. Diaz, the pinch runner, at second. Logan Barrett at first. That's a nice pitch from Horwitz. Can't be easy for Horwitz. I mean, the first 2 innings for Amherst, they were at the plate for an eternity. And that had to have had a residual effect on the freshman left-hander. That one is nubbed foul and out of play. It'll go 1-2 to Kyle Allen. Allen is out of Westerly, Rhode Island. He's a junior, 6 foot, 190 pounds. Looks a lot bigger than that. Tries to pull the string, but he missed down low. So far, when Horwitz has looked for the off-speed stuff, he really hasn't been able to find the feel. Been really relying on his fastball. Two. Called strike 3. So Allen goes down looking. That's the fourth strikeout for Horwitz. Second one looking. And with 2 away, runners will stay at first and second. Lefty on lefty matchup as Gleason will come up. He struck out looking in his last appearance. Horwitz has good late life on that fastball. Amherst 11 runs on 12 hits, no errors. Springfield 3 runs on 3 hits and 1 error, all in this inning. All of their offensive damage coming in this inning. The error was the first Amherst batter of the game. Misses down and away. Three balls and 1 strike on the 7th hitter playing right field for Springfield. It was Gleason's error in the bottom of the first that opened the carousel for Amherst, as there was no turning back from there. They ended up scoring 8 in the first, 3 in the second. En route to an 11-0 lead. It's now 11-3. That one's fouled back. That'll level the count. It'll be full. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. The runners will get a head start now on first and second with a 3-2 count and 2 away. So a base hit should score 1. If he can find the gap, he'll play 2 more than likely. Horwitz with the 3-2 offering. Ground ball up the middle. Fires over to first, and he came off the bag, they'll say. Boy, I don't know about that. It'll load the bases. Only 2 umpires in this crew today, but looked like the first baseman for Amherst stayed on the bag from my angle, but not so according to the umpire, so this inning will continue. A little bit surprised that Roberson didn't just go to second there the short way. Instead, he elected to go across the diamond, and it'll result in the first error for the purple and white. Bases loaded, 2 away, with Chad Slade coming up. Slade grounded out to second in his first at bat. Off-speed pitch, and that's a nice breaking ball as he finds the zone for the first time with the curve. 0-1 to the 8th hitter for the Pride. Bases loaded, 2 outs, trailing 11-3 on the road here at Amherst. Step out. Up and in. Almost hit him. Nowhere to put Slade as the bases are loaded. Springfield trying to mount an improbable rally after falling behind 11-0 after 2. Not only was it 11-0, the bases were loaded with 1 out and it was 11-0. Goes back to the off-speed stuff to short, and it's through the wickets of Roberson, and that'll play to run. So both teams struggling defensively here in the cold weather, and it's 11-4 with the bases still loaded, and the ninth hitter coming up.
Now batting number 4, Pete Marsicano.
Marsicano, the catcher, will come up with the bases loaded. If he can find a gap, then we really have a ball game. Horwitz not getting any help from his defense here in the third. Tries to get out of this jam. 4 runners already in, the bases loaded, 2 away. Misses away with that first one. It's 1-0 to the junior catcher out of Allentown, New Jersey, Marsicano. Fouled back. He was late on that one. No action in the Amherst bullpen. They're going to leave the freshman left-hander out there to figure this out one way or the other, it looks like, with the 11-run cushion. Foul back, and through 2 pitches of this at bat, it looks as though Horowitz's fastball is too much for Marsicano to handle. We'll go right back to that one more time. Marsicano led off the inning with a hit, and he can't catch up to that one. He'll go down swinging. That'll bring us to the end of the top of the third through 2.5. Springfield finds their place on the scoreboard, plating 4 runs, but they stranded 3 in the process. 4 runs on 3 hits, 2 errors, 3 runners left on. We'll head to the bottom of the third. Amherst 11, Springfield 4 on your home for Amherst Athletics, the Northeast Sports Network. Something just updated. Have you used this kit before?
I have not in a long time. Last time this kit was used was the last game that was on here, February 18th. I think I used this camera though, but we swapped some of the kits themselves around, like the computers. I have used this before, but not in a while. But what was weird is like I clicked outside of the mixer or outside of the Wirecast, and the audio's working. But if I click on it itself, it was like I'm not really sure what went on.
So, back here at Memorial Field, and Amherst jumped out to an 11-0 lead, and after giving up 4 runs, they will start the action here in the bottom of the third. A deep drive to left, still carrying, and a very nice play made right in front of the left field wall. That ball traveled about 332 feet, just shy of knocking that one out of here. And with the wind blowing in, that was a pretty decent poke there from Roberson, but he's retired. 1 away. And the number 3 hitter, Thanopoulos, will come up. He's 2 for 2. First pitch swinging, a high fly ball to right. It's been a problem out there, and this time Gleason's able to make the play he couldn't make to open up the game, and there's 2 away on 2 pitches.
Number 16, Anthony Spina.
Spina will come up now with 2 outs. On the mound, Babineau in relief did give up the 3 inherited runners in the second inning, but hasn't given up any earned runs on his own, and now he looks to have found a nice groove for the Pride. Picks out the inside corner, and it is 0-2 quickly to Spina, who's also 2 for 2. Amherst with 12 hits. Every single starter for the Purple and White has found at least 1 base hit this afternoon, and we are only in the 3rd inning, so that gives you a little bit of an idea as to how this has been going for Springfield. And he'll go 3 for 3. So Spina's on pace for a 9-hit game. I don't think it'll come to that. That would be a record. 13th hit for Amherst. Spina with a 2-out single to right. Ariel Kenny will come up now, the right fielder. He's 1 for 2 with a single and a fly ball to right field. Wind continuing to whip here at Memorial Field as it's gotten colder by the moment. Blowing straight in from center field. That looked like a balk move, but judged to be okay. Just a 2-man umpiring crew. Count levels at 1-1. Spina at first. Kenny at the plate. 11-4. Amherst out in front of Springfield. That's a line shot down the line. In comes the left fielder to make the play. So a much-needed quick inning there for Springfield. No runs on 1 hit. No errors. 1 base runner left on. We'll head to the 4th. Amherst up 11-4 on your home for Amherst Athletics, the Northeast Sports Network. Yeah, it's 11-4. So a much-needed quick inning there for the Pride. We'll head to the top of the 4th. Amherst 11 and Springfield 4. Chris Grace along with Brandon Chabot. We do apologize for the technical difficulties we've had this afternoon. Doing our best to iron them out. Hopefully, wherever you're watching, you're able to at least enjoy what we can bring to you here on NSN. It's heck of a start for Amherst. Horowitz, after struggling there in the 3rd, will come back out for the 4th. Can't be fun pitching in weather like this. First 3 pitches are outside. It's 3-0. A 4-pitch walk.
Now batting number 1, Brandon Russo.
So Colin King gets a 4-pitch walk, and Russo will come up. with no outs here in the top of the fourth. Springfield had a chance to get even closer there as they left the bases loaded in the third. Now they have a leadoff guy on for the third straight inning against Horwitz. And he goes sidearm that time, and it gets away. And King will jog down to second. They'll throw behind him. I don't know why. And that was an ill-advised throw. Got away with it, though, and it will be a runner on second with no outs here in the top of the fourth. And a mound visit from Tochi. Actually, is that a new backstop back there? Is that still Tochi? So Russo with a guy on second, nobody out. His team trailing 11-4 on a windy and frigid March day, and he bunts for a hit successfully, and they'll have runners on the corners with nobody out. So they'll call on Ferraro with nobody out here in the top of the fourth. What seemed like a laugher has gotten a whole lot more interesting now as the bases are loaded. No Ferraro comes out of the stretch. Fouled out of play. It'll be 2-2, and he's one strike away from getting out of a monster jam for the purple and white. First pitch for Ferraro hit cleanup hitter Dravinsky right in the back, but after that he has looked very impressive. Here he comes with the 2-2, a swing and a miss. So Ferraro strikes out 3 Pride in a row, and he gets out of a bases-loaded no-out jam, and he does a great job. Horowitz will be thanking him for keeping his ERA in check, and we'll head to the bottom of the 4th with Amherst leading 11-5 on your home for the Purple and White, Northeast Sports Network.
Now batting Nick Nardo.
Switch over to this. Looks like you're good again.
Nick Nardone will lead off the action for Amherst here in the bottom of the 4th. Purple and white escaped a big-time jam there as Andrew Ferraro came out of the pen and struck out 3 straight Springfield batters with the bases loaded to limit the damage to just 1 run. Quickly down 0-2 though. High pop-up. Might stay in play along the line. Ranging over and making the play. 1 away. Drabinsky, the big first baseman, had just enough room over there to make the play to the right of the Springfield dugout. So Babineau, who struggled a little bit when he first came in, has really settled into a nice rhythm here out of the pen for the Pride. Misses upstairs to Henley. Bottom of the 4th, Amherst 11, Springfield 5 here at Memorial Field on the campus of Amherst College. Got him to offer that time, and it is 2-1 on the purple and white first baseman. Got to give a lot of credit to Springfield. Just missed the outside corner with that off-speed offering. I mean, the Pride were down 11-0, bases loaded in the 2nd inning, and since then they have really fought back nicely, and they were just 1 or 2 hits away from being right back in this game. Had chances to really score in the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th inning, and weren't for Ferraro, it might be a completely different game. As is, though, it's still a game. It's 11-5 in the 4th inning. Full count. Swing and a miss. Pulled the string on him for the strikeout. Babineau with some nice off-speed stuff there, as that'll bring up the Amherst backstop, Severino Tocci. Both teams with some Italian catchers carrying on the tradition of Italians catching here in the great game of baseball. There's another nice pitch to start Tocci, 0-1. Of course, you got guys like, course, Yogi Berra, all the way up through Mike Piazza, Joe Girardi. Keep going and going. Oh, and he hit him. That one got away, up and in, and Tochi gets drilled underneath the shoulder blade. So a 2-out hit by pitch will give the purple and white a base runner, bringing up Hardin. Checks his swing, and it's a called strike to Hardin. Hardin, the left fielder. Junior out of Riverside, Connecticut, by way of the Brunswick School. That one missed. It's 1-1 with 2 away. Inside corner for a strike. Throws over, and Tochi's able to get back. Again, the lefty tries to cut down the Amherst catcher at first, and again, Tochi sprawls back in time. 1-2, 2 away. Bottom of the fourth, Amherst leading 11-5. Swing and a miss. So no runs, no hits, no errors. 1 runner left on. We'll head to the fifth. Amherst 11, Springfield 5 on your home for the purple and white, the Northeast Sports Network. So we head to the top of the fifth. Amherst leading 11-5 in a game they once led 11-0. Along with Brandon Chabot, I'm Chris Grace on NSN. To thank everyone for sticking with us as we fought through some technical difficulties. I think we've got everything figured out now. We're good to go. We appreciate you sticking with us. Chad Shade will lead off for the Pride as they try to continue this uphill climb. Ferraro, who is so impressive getting out of the bases loaded jam, will go back to the hill here for his second inning of work. Amherst will have Wilson Taylor loosening up in the bullpen. Swing and a miss. Boy, Ferraro looks very confident out there. Again, tried to freeze him with the off-speed stuff, but that time he just missed his spot. That's a nice, sharp breaking ball. Could tell he's really buckling those hitters from Springfield. And he picks out the inside corner for his 4th strikeout. So Ferraro has retired 4 of the 5 guys he's faced, all by the strikeout. That'll bring up the catcher for Springfield, Peter Marsicano, junior out of Allentown, New Jersey. Ferraro has been very impressive out of the pen. Fouled back. Deceptively quick with that fastball, and you can locate a breaking ball and command your off-speed pitches the way he's been able to. That fastball is going to look even faster, and that's been the case for these Pride hitters, is they've been late on his fastball, and just like that, well in front of his breaking ball. Quickly, he's up 0-2 on Marsicano. Just missed the outside corner, and it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. Ferraro works very quickly, and a desperation swing ends up in a foul ball back. It'll stay at 1-2. Amherst jumped out to an 11-0 lead in the 2nd inning. Since then, though, Springfield has answered back with 5 runs. Another foul ball. The catcher for Springfield stays alive. Chopped down the line, a sprawling effort, nice play. He's going to get to the bag in time. Nice play by the first baseman for Amherst, as Henley really robbed Marsicano down the line. Was able to get up in time and beat the catcher to first. 2 away. That'll bring us back to the top of the order, and the Berlin, Connecticut native Colin King, the former Redcoat, will come up to the plate. Of course, Berlin is a high school with great baseball tradition. Always a lot of good baseball talent coming out of Berlin, with quite a few former pros and a couple of current pros. Oh, 0-1 to King. Ferraro has just been dominant out of the pen, and there's another nice breaking ball. So far, they are not picking up that number 2 coming from Ferraro, as he has had all of the Pride hitters reaching at his breaking ball. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 away. 1 out away from making this an official game, and he goes to the high heater, misses well upstairs. Will go 1-2. That was probably a pitch just to try to set up that breaking ball, see if he comes back with the fastball, if he tries to dump a breaking ball in the dirt. Goes inside, and he misses with the curve, and it's 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. And there's what I thought we were going to see on the 1-2 pitch. Gets him swinging. So Ferraro retires 6 batters in 2 innings, 5 of them by way of the strikeout, and he has done his job out of the bullpen. It's 11-5 heading to the bottom of the 5th from Memorial Field. We'll be right back with more. You're watching Amherst Baseball, and your home for the Purple and White, NSN. Welcome back to Memorial Field. We are heading to the bottom of the fifth. Amherst leading 11-5 here on NSN. Chris Grace along with Brandon Chabot, and this one looked like it was going to be a laugher, but you have to admire the effort from the Pride as they've stayed in this one and made a game of it, and they will go back into their bullpen here for the third time, and Joe Gamache will get his chance, the Lebanon, Connecticut native by way of Lyman Memorial High School, will face Max Steinhorn. Max, who reached 3 times in the first 2 innings, comes up here in the fifth with his team leading 11-5 as the sun has peeked back out here at Memorial Field. 1-1 to the leadoff hitter out of the nation's capital. Times that breaking ball, lines one to center, and that'll fall in, and Steinhorn reaches base for the 4th time today.
Now batting for Amherst, number 4, Harry Roberson.
Harry Roberson comes up. Steinhorn with good speed on the bases now as he greets Gamache with a leadoff hit. Wilson Taylor continues to loosen up in the Amherst pen. Oh and 1. Little half swing off the nub of the bat, and it's 0-2 to the shortstop, Roberson. Bottom of the fifth, nobody out. Amherst 11, Springfield 5. Throws over, and Steinhorn easily back in time. Roberson is a junior out of Arlington, Mass. by way of Belmont Hill School. 0-2 pitch, a breaking ball, and he is all over that one as he flips one out to right. Steinhorn makes the turn, but he'll head back to second. First and second, nobody out, so not the start that Gamache was looking for in his first inning of work. Yanni Thanopoulos, the center fielder, will come up now for the purple and white. Yanni singled and doubled his first 2 trips. For Roberson, he's just a homer away from the cycle with a single, double, and triple now for the purple and white. Something to pay attention to. High fly ball, right center field, still going back, and it's over his head. 1 run will score. They'll hold the runner at third, so that'll be a double for Thanopoulos, and it's 12-5, and the purple and white have their first run since the second inning. And they're in business. Second and third, nobody out. That ball really carried, and Gleason's had a tough day in right. Spina will come up. Roberson had to hold up as he waited to see if that ball was going to be caught, and that's why he's still at third base. Spina will come up now with runners at second and third. Nobody out as Gamache is yet to retire a hitter after coming out of the bullpen here in the bottom of the 5th. They'll bring the infield in with nobody out in a 7-run game. I don't know about that. It's a bold move. I mean, you're playing to win. I can respect that, but you're also playing to give up about 3 more runs in this inning if they hit one up the middle. So 1-1 count, and not to mention you have the cleanup hitter up, so he's probably going to hit the ball hard if he hits it. But playing to win. There's the curveball, and that time it's fouled away. It's 1-2. I don't know that I can remember seeing a team down 7 runs bringing their infield in. Ton of room between the infield and the outfield as well. Really, any flare is going to score 2 runs. Any ball up the middle is going to score 2 runs. Here's a fly ball down the right field line. The wind will push that one out of play. It'll stay 1-2 to the cleanup hitter, Anthony Spina. .61 senior out of Brooklyn, New York. We're already 2 hours into this game, still in the 5th inning. Little chopper cuts it off. And the throw, it pulls him off the bag, and the run will score anyway. Boy, it looked like, for the second time today, it looked like first baseman didn't get the benefit of that one. So they bring the infield in, they get the ground ball, but end up giving up a run anyway. Looks like they're going to give him a hit on that play. I don't know how that can't be right. Can't possibly be a hit. It's got to be an error on the throw. Haven't put one up, though. Either way, it's 13-5, and they now have put an error on the scoreboard. So this time they'll bring the infield back into double play depth. Still nobody out. Gamache still looking to get his first out here in the bottom of the 5th. Ariel Kenny at the plate. Takes down low, and it's 2-0. So Springfield had worked their way back into this one, but now, having given up 2 runs, and still 2 guys out there with nobody out, they are running out of lifelines. Little nubber. If it stays fair, that's trouble, and it is going to stay fair. So a swinging bunt. The bases are loaded. Still nobody out.
Now batting, number 6, Nick Nardone.
Nardone will come up. It's a hard luck inning so far for the Pride. Bases loaded. Still nobody out. Gamache still looking to get his first out of the frame. And a base hit here will really put this one out of reach. Thanopoulos leads off of third. Spina is at second and Kenny at first. 1-0 count to Nardone. Third baseman takes a called strike on the inside corner. So the strike zone is getting a little bit bigger as the sun continues to disappear. And as the home plate umpire without long sleeves gets a little bit colder, I imagine. Can't say I blame him. Slow breaking ball. That could be 2. And he boots it, and everybody's going to be safe. Boy. Would have been tough to turn 2 as slow as that ball was hit, but you got to get at least 1 there. Bases loaded as Thanopolis plates the third run of the inning. It's 14-5. Still nobody out. The last three guys who have reached have hit the ball about a combined total of about 100 feet, and none of them have been retired. So Spina goes over to third, Kenny to second. Henley is at the plate with 3 ducks on the pond. Fastball, that's a nice pitch as he picks out the corner for strike one. 1 ball, 1 strike. 3 runs in, 3 runners on the bags, nobody out. Action continues in the Amherst pen. Chris Baldy, the senior, is warming up. One ball, 1 strike. Breaking ball in the dirt. Nice block. It's actually 3-1. They were a little late on the scoreboard there. So, wonder if the Pride are going to get someone else up in the bullpen. So Gamache is really struggling, and he'll get the benefit of that call. 3 balls, 2 strikes. So he gets the low strike there. Still looking to record his first out. Spina at third, Kenny at second, and Nardone at first. Nobody out here in the bottom of the 5th. High fly ball to right. That's trouble. Back on it. It's over his head, and it's all the way to the wall. 1 run scores. 2 runs score. They're going to send Nardone. Throw coming into the plate, and he is safe. A bases clearing double, and the route continues. 18th hit for the purple and white.
Now batting number 10, Severino.
17-5. Nobody out. Henley with a 3 RBI double. He hit that one about 350 feet to right center, and struggles continue for the Pride pitching staff. 17 runs on 18 hits. We're still in the 5th inning, nobody out. Fly ball to left, medium distance. Plenty of room, and they'll make the play. Finally, Gamache records his first out.
Now batting
As King was back there to make the play.
Ryan Harden.
Harden comes up now. 1 away, runner at second. 6 runs already in here in the 5th. Can't imagine they'll play more than 7 in this one. Still not an official game. Oh. Actually, no, technically it is an official game as the home team has gotten 3 outs in the 5th. Oh, and 2. Out of the set. Off-speed pitch. Flared out to short. And he drops it. Boy.
Now
Tough day all around for
Max Steinhorn.
the Pride there as Allen dropped that one. And that was just a casual play. He didn't use 2 hands. It popped out of his glove. That's routine stuff. And boy, this has not been an aesthetically pleasing baseball game for sure. 17 runs in, 4th error against Springfield. It really started from the first hitter of the day when fly ball down the right field line was dropped. Back to the top now with Steinhorn. He looks to reach base for the 5th time today. Shot to left. That one will fall. They'll hold the runner. Bases loaded, 1 out.
Number 4, Harry Roberson.
Mound visit now. Looks like they're going to go back to the pen. He hasn't signaled yet. This just might be more of a talking to his team to tell him to start paying some attention out here. It doesn't look like he has made a change, so he'll stick with Gamache, try to get out of this jam. 6 runs already in, just 1 out on the scoreboard. Bases loaded, and they batted around for the 3rd time today. That's a nice first pitch breaking ball for a called strike. Actually, a pinch hitter up here for Amherst. That's, oh no, that's Roberson. Excuse me. Lines one down the line. Foul ball. So quickly 0-2 to the junior shortstop. One of 3 captains on this purple and white roster. Fastball, and a late delayed call there doing his
Now batting number 7, Yanni.
doing his best Tim McClellan impersonation as he punches him out about 4 seconds after the fact. Either way, that's a big strikeout. That'll bring up Thanopoulos, who's having a monster day, and he has some more RBI opportunities here with 2 away. Just missed the inside corner with the breaking ball. 1 ball, no strikes. "19 hits for Amherst, 17 runs. Fouls that one off. It's 1 ball, 1 strike. Chopped down the line, foul. Count 1-2. So Gamache 1 strike away from putting an end to this 5th inning that has seen him, not all his own fault, mind you. There have been quite a few defensive lapses in this inning, a couple of errors along the way. 3 of them, as a matter of fact. Just misses there. It's 2-2, 2 outs. Bases still loaded. 6 runs in the 5th. Already 2 hours and 12 minutes into this one, just in the 5th inning. That one misses downstairs, and it's full. See if they elect to put the merry-go-round on here with the 12-run lead. I'm interested to see how they play this one. They will send the runners. Fly ball into the gap in right field, and a leaping effort. Can't make the play, though. That'll score 2. 3 runs will score. And Thanopoulos with 3 more ribbies, and it's 20-5.
Now batting number 16, Anthony Spina.
So 9 runs in here in the 5th. 2 away. Spina at the plate. Ball down low. Amherst 20, Springfield 5 here in the bottom of the 5th. 9 runs already in. 2-1 count to Spina with Thanopoulos on second with his second consecutive bases clearing double. Hot shot. That'll find a hole. Thanopoulos will be held at third mercifully, and it'll be a runners on the corners here with 2 outs.
Now batting
That is the
30, Ariel Kenny.
21st hit of the afternoon through 4 2/3 for the purple and white. Kenny now up. And a pickoff throw. I don't know that I've ever seen a pickoff throw in a 15-run ball game either. Would think you'd be focusing in on the hitter at this point. Misses downstairs, 1-0. Again he throws over. Kenny hits a high fly ball. Shallow center field. He puts 2 hands on it this time. And finally, the 5th inning comes to an end, but not before Amherst plates 9 more runs and takes a 20-5 lead into the 6th. You're watching Amherst Baseball on NSN. We'll be right back. So we head to the top of the 6th with a new pitcher on the mound for Amherst. That is Wilson Taylor, a sophomore out of San Antonio, Texas. Not sure when it's when the sun is scheduled to set tonight, but we're going to struggle to get 9 innings in here. I can guarantee you that.
Now batting for Springfield, number 1, Brandon Russo.
Brandon Russo leads off for the Pride. Takes the first pitch strike. Takes a little something off. No balls, 2 strikes to Russo. Springfield 5 runs on 4 hits, 4 errors. Amherst 20 runs, that's right, 20 runs on 21 hits and 2 errors. 20 runs on 21 hits. A swing and a miss to Russo. So Taylor's first batter goes down swinging.
Now batting, number 12, Marcel Diaz.
Marcelino Diaz will come up. Diaz didn't start this one. He came in as a pinch runner. Took the spot of the 3-hole hitter, Zhao, who, I don't know if he was injured or what, but he only got 1 at bat. Their leading RBI guy. I'm not really sure what happened there. 1 ball, no strikes. Line shot down the line. That'll go foul. 1-1. So Amherst scored 8 in the first, 3 in the second. Springfield answered with 4 in the third and 1 in the fourth to have some signs of life, but any chance of a comeback was quickly extinguished with the 9-run frame in the 5th inning, and we go on here in the top of the 6th with Amherst leading 20-5. Ground ball to third. It's off the chest and over to first in plenty of time to retire Diaz. 2 up, 2 down.
Now batting, number 27,
Nice job by Nardone of staying in front of that one and making the play across the diamond. Cleanup hitter Drabinski will come up. He was hit by a pitch with the bases loaded in the 4th inning, which at the time made it 11-5, and with nobody out and the bases loaded, it looked like Springfield was going to make something of this one, but Ferraro struck out 3 guys in a row out of the bullpen, and that was pretty much that. There's a slow breaking ball hit a ton to right center, still carrying all the way to the wall. Drabinski will pull into second, and he'll stop there with a stand-up double. The wind is blowing straight in, but he crushed that one about 370 feet, and he's on base for the second time.
number 13, Mike Jamison.
Mike Jamison will get his first appearance. Pinch hitting for Logan Barrett in the designated hitter spot. 2 outs here in the top of the 6th. Just missed. It's 1-0. First at bat of the day for Jamison. Fastball finds the corner. 1 ball, 1 strike. Line shot to right. Hangs up in plenty of time, and that's the 3rd out of the inning, although Drabinski didn't know as he never moved from second base even though there was 2 outs, and the sloppy baseball continues. That'll do it for the top of the 6th. We'll head to the bottom of the 6th with Amherst in complete control up 20-5 here on NSN. Welcome back to Memorial Field here in the bottom of the 6th. Amherst leading 20-5 over the Springfield Pride. Chris Grace along with Brandon Chabot here on NSN on a frigid late March afternoon that's turned into evening here. We are approaching 2.5 hours here just in the 6th inning. Can't tell if that's still Gamache out there, if they've gone back to the pen. We'll wait till after this pitch to get a look at the back of his jersey. Can't tell if that's 14 or 24, and it is 14. That's a pop-up to first. Drabinski ranges over, dealing with the wind, and he pulls it in. So that is a new pitcher on the mound. That's Ken Monero. One away in the bottom of the 6th. Amherst 20 runs on 21 hits. Chopped right up the middle. And another misplay defensively. That'll be the 5th error of the day for the Pride.
Now batting, number 10, Severino Tocci.
Severino Tocci will come back up. And he throws over. In a 15-run game, throwing over to first. Try not to be too critical, but he's definitely not going to steal in a 15-run game, so I don't think you need to throw over. That would be my call from the sideline over here. I don't know if that was called from the bench or if that was his own doing, but yeah, I wouldn't like that if I was on the other team. 1-0 count comes to the set. Foul down the line and out of play. Evens the count at 1-1. And again, he throws over. Seriously, I don't know that I've ever seen anything like this. It is 20-5. Ground ball fielded by the third baseman, over to second for one, to first. Nice scoop, double play. There's some nice defense put in by Springfield, and we'll head to the seventh. The purple and white leading 20-5 on your home for Amherst Sports, the Northeast Sports Network. Back at Memorial Field, top of the seventh. Haven't gotten word whether they're going to shorten this one to 7 or not. You would hope that that might be the case with the score line being as it is. The fact that we're already 2.5 hours into this one. And it's 20-5. Chris Baldy on the mound for Amherst. Baldy is a senior out of Maui, New Jersey. 6'3", 195-pounder. Pinch hitter for the Pride, Matt Rioli. Takes a cut and misses at that offering. Quickly behind 0-2. So they announced him as a pinch hitter, but Frioli actually started that around the horn double play in the last inning at third base, moving Russo over to short in the process. Swing and a miss. He goes down swinging at his first plate appearance. They'll throw over to first, I hope, and they do just barely complete that catcher to first base for the putout, and there's one away here in the top of the seventh. Nick LeDuc, a junior out of Belchertown, Mass., will get his first plate appearance for the Pride. Baldy's first offering is high and away, 1 ball, no strikes. Line score for the Pride, 5 runs on 5 hits, 5 errors. Symmetrical. For the Purple and White, 20 runs on 21 hits, 2 errors. You can hear the wind whipping into my microphone, high and away, 3-1. Amazingly enough, there are a few bold souls that are sitting out in the bleachers in left field that are still out here watching. Good for them. Chopped foul. You know, this is one of those games, if you are at any level, if you're at a minor league baseball game right now this time of year, they'd be giving away free tickets to a future game for sitting it out for this one. It's cold and windy as it is out here. And he misses ball 4. So a pinch hit walk for Leduc, and the Pride have another base runner.
Now batting, number 35,
Chad Shade, the freshman out of Pittsfield, Mass. 6'3", 175-pounder. Steps in. The runner on first and 1 out. Fly ball to left and carrying. Actually, he'll settle in center field and put away by Yanni Thanopoulos. 2 down here in the 7th. Activity in the Springfield bullpen, which leads me to believe that we will be playing 9 innings here. Swing and a miss. 1 ball, 1 strike. Misses inside. It's 2-1. On Peter Marsicano, the junior catcher out of Allentown, New Jersey. That's a nice breaking ball. Marsicano actually came up with the bases loaded and 2 outs in the 4th inning. Springfield had cut this to a 11-5 game, and they had the bases loaded and no outs, and they missed a golden opportunity to make a game of this one, and there's really been no turning back since. A swing and a miss, and they will throw over to complete the strikeout, and that'll do it for the top of the 7th. We'll head to the bottom of 7. Amherst 20, Springfield 5. You're watching the Purple and White on NSN. New pitcher on the mound for Springfield, Fletcher Comment, a 6'1 sophomore out of Westbrook High School. Westbrook just won the state championship, lost in the state championship in baseball. A slow roller, that'll be an infield hit.
Now batting, number 26, Will Murphy.
Pinch hitter Will Murphy, a freshman out of Washington, D.C., will come up for Amherst. No outs here in the 7th. There's 1 and 2, a double play. So a line drive, comebacker results in 2, and just like that, the base runner is erased, and Common is 1 out away from getting out of the 7th with very little work. Two hours and 40 minutes into this one. High and tight. As another pinch hitter comes up, this is Matt Santos, a sophomore out of East Falmouth, Mass, by way of Pope John Paul II School. Swing and a miss, 1-1. Comet has good stuff. You can see the 6'1 lefty has some easy cheese, if you will. Blows that one by him. It's 1-2. I would have loved to see him a little earlier in this one. Swing and a miss. So quick service there from Comet as he goes through his 3 batters in quick succession with the help of a double play. Through 7, it's Amherst 20 and Springfield 5. We'll be back with more from Memorial Field. So 2-2 count on Colin King. Off speed offering foul down the line. Chasing after it. He might have a play on it. It's just a bit too far. As Harden was trying to track that down. New pitcher on the mound is Mike Castiglione out of Chaminade High School by way of Middle Island, New York. A left-hander with a 2-2 offering to King. Chopped down the line. Fielded at third. Close play, and he beats him by half a step as King was getting down the line. Nice play over at third from Nardone, and there's one away here in the top of the eighth. Brendan Russo up. Russo moved from third to short. Swing and a miss. 2 down. Diaz will. Marcelino Diaz will be the third batter here in the top of the eighth. Drives that one out to center. Plenty of room out there, and a quick inning for Castiglione, and we are heading to the bottom of the eighth with Amherst still up 20-5 from Memorial Field. Yanni Thanopoulos leads off here in the bottom of the eighth. Amherst leading 20-5. Another new pitcher on the mound for Springfield. This is Jack Weinberger. junior out of New Hampshire. 0-2 as the strike zone, as you would imagine at this time of day. If they want to finish this game before nighttime, it's going to have to get bigger, and it has. I have to say, though, the home plate umpire's done a nice job. He's been pretty consistent, and he hasn't just gone and given strikes away. He stretched it out just a little bit, but really can't have many complaints over the job he's done back there on a cold day. Ripped down the line, just foul. Missed a base hit by about 3 inches. The count will stay at 1-2. Swing and a miss. One away here in the bottom of the 8th.
Now batting, number 8, Sam Ellenwood.
Pinch hitting for Amherst, Sam Ellenwood, a junior out of Westport, Connecticut, by way of Staples High School. Oh, and 1 to Ellenwood. Down to third, cut off nicely, fires across the diamond in plenty of time. 2 away. Tell you what, Fraioli's looked pretty good since he's come in over at third base. Ariel Kenny will get another chance here. Kenny's had a nice day, a junior out of Chula Vista, California. Andrew Ferraro, I imagine, is going to get credit for the win. Horowitz did not go the necessary 5 innings. Long fly ball. Deep to left. King goes back on it, and he makes the play 1 foot from the wall. Nice play in left by King, and that will send us to the top of the 9th. Springfield needs to send everybody to the plate twice, and then they still need some help. They're trailing 20-5 here as we head to the 9th. Your home for Amherst baseball and all purple and white sports, the Northeast Sports Network. New pitcher on the mound for Amherst. David Brinkley, a sophomore out of Seattle, Washington. 6'1". They have him listed here as a right-hander, but that certainly appears to be a left-hander. Yeah, well, interestingly enough, in their program they have him listed as a right-handed pitcher, but they have him listed as a left-handed thrower. So I'm guessing that's just some sort of a clerical error there. And it is David Brinkley, according to the PA announcer. I'll let them know. Maybe they can fix that. So Brinkley will try to bring this one to an end here. It's 20-5. Approaching the 3-hour mark. So it'll be up to Brinkley to try to get the last 3 outs of this one, a game that has been in no doubt for quite some time. Misses downstairs. Patrick Cohen is up out of Stonington High School. Former Stonington Bear. Patrick Cohen. 1-1. Chopped down the line. Foul will go 1-2. Comebacker, and Brinkley's right there. He'll underhand it over to first, 1 away. So Cohen hit it hard, but right at the pitcher, and Brinkley was ready for it.
Now batting, number 13, Mike Jamison.
Mike Jamison will get an at-bat here. Jamison out of Danbury High School by way of New Fairfield, Connecticut, the former Danbury Hatter. Lifts one up to right field. 2 away. And we're down to the final out.
Now batting, number 32, Matt Fraioli.
Matt Fraioli will be the last chance for the Pride here in the 9th. Slow breaking ball misses downstairs to Fraioli. Fraioli's done a nice job since coming in at third and playing some good defense. See how he does lefty on lefty here with an AB. Picks out the outside corner. 1 ball, 1 strike. Fraioli is a sophomore out of Stamford, Connecticut. We have Stamford High School. Just missed down with the changeup. 2-1. Two balls, 2 strikes, and the Pride are down to their final strike. Brinkley gets the sign. The long, lanky lefty kicks from the windup, and he just missed the outside corner, and the count will run full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. 2 outs. 20-5 is the score. And he walked him.
Now batting, number 16, Nick Leduc.
Leduc comes up with his team trailing by 15. Runner on first. 2 away here in the 9th. Brinkley. Fires a strike in to Leduc. 2 strikes away now from finishing this one. Popped up. Shortstop goes out, and he makes a nice basket catch, and that's going to do it. I thought that was going to drop in, but Will Murphy, the freshman out of Washington, D.C., was there to make the play. And that's going to bring this one to an end. So Amherst wins this one by a score of 20-5. Final line score for the Springfield Pride, 5 runs on 5 hits, 5 errors. For Amherst, 20 runs on 22 hits and 2 errors. For Brandon Chabot, I'm Chris Grace. Thank you for tuning in to Amherst Baseball on NSN. Until next time, so long, everybody.